you killed them niggas and they gonna accept
Hey, that's some wild shit. Hey, I'm on stream, by the way.
you. Huh?
I'm on stream. I'm streaming on YouTube and shit.
What you mean? Right now talking?
Yeah. I'm giving you a heads up.
Yeah. You killed that shit. I was just watching that shit. That shit was crazy as a motherfucker what you was doing, but I was really just sitting back tripping.
I'm
This what I'm seeing though, bro. They want to blame you, right? You just academics. You
hey.
ain't been in motherfucking police training, detective training. Everything you looking at is on the motherfucking internet. So what the fuck if you picking out a part with minus the specialized shit they got to slow shit down and add shit, or whatever the fuck they got to do, what you think they gonna do?
Yo, Wack, this crime already solved, man. I mean, the police probably already solved it. Like, they just probably waiting on arrest and trying to get they shit in order, trying to get the murder weapon.
You did what you did, Act. Why is people blaming you? What you pretty much did was show that anybody that posts some shit is participating in the telling.
That's facts.
That's the streets. They can't blame you for looking at what they posted. Stop posting.
Exactly. And also, if y'all gonna be acting that way, you can't be shooting when everybody got camera phones out. Like,
Bro, hey,
it's no way you gonna get that off.
Act, you don't remember I told you back in our day, we can win, right? We can get out and we win, and then we won because we got away.
Yeah.
Bro, it wasn't camera phones. It wasn't fucking Ring doorbells and all this kind of crazy shit, right? Everywhere, right? You can win there, but you're going to lose on the back end because you end up doing life. You're going to get caught.
Yeah. Nah, that's facts. Yo, I really looked at this shit. The whole shit is so crazy. Yo, you know, I was thinking the first thing I thought, the two things. And listen, I ain't even the most, I won't say I got a lot of street sense, but I've learned a thing or two. Yeah. Well, I mean, street sense in the sense of, like, nigga, I know.
What is street sense, Act?
Well, streets, all right.
Bro, is another word for instinct.
Okay. Well, street sense is what they'll say is, well, if you know when something about to pop off, so you could avoid it, you could see it more than a motherfucker who just green. You get what I mean? I was saying there's a difference between having security and then when you do homie security. Security not gonna let the venue get closed and y'all all outside congregating, chilling. When you leave an event, you go straight from the event to the car, somebody holding the elevator, the driver up front. You gotta limit the exposure. Because hopefully wherever you coming from, right? They had metal detectors, so it was checking niggas that you could at least be a little bit safer inside, but the place you most vulnerable is outside.
Listen, bro. As long as they paying these dudes $25 an hour, this kid don't mean nothing, bro.
Yeah. But I don't even think they had no security. I think they were just rolling with the J Prince homies, man.
No. Nephew then was out there, you right, with them. They didn't put, because, I mean, by all right, you know, as if they was out here with me, or if I was out there with QC and them, right? They cover's supposed to be right, especially down there. You know, they claim this thing they got, you know, is what it is. And you even remember when me and you had the conversation.
Yeah.
I questioned it. You told me I was tripping. I said, all right, well, we'll see what it is. We're trying to see what it is, right? So, you know, nobody that's with me, that's tied to me, is going to be applying pressure in any kind of way to my guests. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
Lack of respect, sign of disrespect, you know that.
It looked like a nigga was trying to mediate. I watch this shit so many times, man. Like, I feel like it should replay in my mind. It looked like a nigga was trying to mediate it. I don't know if you really look at it. It looked like a nigga gun went off and he shot Takeoff in the torso up close. And that's when shit kind of get a little weird.
For that to happen, homie, that mean a gun was raised. Ain't no mediating once you up that thing. End of the day, bro, that conversation, all I heard was nephew Quavo say, man, we out. Let's go.
I'm going to be honest, though. What he said, too, though, he said, y'all going to make me hurt somebody. And you know, for a lot of niggas. You in an environment with all niggas now. That could be.
I have something to say about that.
That could be taken as a threat. Like if you and a nigga arguing in your face, and all of a sudden he said, "Man, Wack, I slapped the shit out of you, nigga." You gonna immediately respond how?
Depending on what the situation is.
Well, clearly in this situation, like I think some Quavo felt a nigga was trying to press him, but the other nigga was trying to mediate it because he said, yo, they family with us. He's the Mike Princeton. He said, yo, they family with us. So it ain't going to be no disrespect. It's family. They ain't going to try to disrespect you type shit. And then all of a sudden they started talking about basketball and some other shit.
Should have stopped it. Should have stopped it. It should have been over with.
Yeah.
At that point. I mean, but you know, at the end of the day, I advise all artists, bro. And I stand on this shit. We had a time where it's a reset going on. It happens about every decade or so. There's been a lot of crazy shit going on the last year. You know what I'm talking about. Outrageous, crazy shit. Motherfucking robbery, shoots in Beverly Hills. Way out shit, right? Like, bro, do what you got to do. Fulfill your obligations. All that extracurricular activity just because, minimize the chances of some bullshit happening and cut that out your program, bro. And wait this shit out, bro, and see what next summer looking like. Do what you got to do. Do your studio time. Do your events that you have to do. But all this, let's just pull up over here just because, fuck that. Eliminate the possibilities of some bullshit happening for no reason, bro, and get out the way.
I wanted to ask you this too, right? Because I really disagree with this principle, especially when it comes to shit like this, right? I don't think this is happening because, like, with this situation, this not rap doing it. It's the culture around rap. You know what I mean? Like, y'all niggas shooting dice basically still in the hood.
No longer exclusive. Superstars used to be exclusive.
Yeah, that's true.
Do them like that. Niggas think now you got to go to the hood and be seen with the gutter to be, official or to be. Nah, bro. That's what you got the internet for. Bro, feed your fans. That's all the fucking official you need to be, bro.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Putting something out on TikTok, dropping a video, dropping something on the streaming platforms, or even just feed them, on Instagram, bro. It's got way more reach than going to fuck around over here where it's, 300-400 niggas, from the hood.
Yo, here's the funny part too, because I ain't got no legal degree, but I did a little research. So you know how they do it in Texas. If that shit is murder, you're getting life. If it's manslaughter, which is that might come into play, right? If it's just they could prove, you know what I mean? Well, it's two people. Well, it's actually 2 or 3 people shooting. So there's the guy with the. What you say?
I heard a couple situations.
Yeah, but it's.
I heard a couple different things going off, so I didn't.
Yeah, it's a couple weapons going. Yo, so in a possibility, somebody could catch a manslaughter charge if, like, say I'm just giving a scenario. A nigga say
involuntary, accidental. I get you what you're saying.
Yeah. If a nigga say, yo, well, I was protecting Quavo. Yeah, I upped the fire, and I hit the wrong person, but that's accidental. So that's manslaughter. In Texas, the max you could get is only 20 years on a manslaughter. 20 years. On a murder, it's 100 years.
Damn.
I don't know, man.
I wonder, like, I was kind of seeing the video, and I was looking at your thing, and I was trying to position it, and it looked like, it was the left side, but I don't know if it was the entry room from the side, the back, the front came out of the side, back. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of trying to figure that out.
Hey, I got a 3D picture of the whole bitch. Listen, you see to the left. So when you look at it, right, there's 2 different angles. But on the left side, behind the first camera view, which there's a shooter back there, we never see that person. There is an escalator that goes to the first floor.
Oh.
There's an escalator, and then basically because it's basically like a square. It's like a square. So it's an escalator there, and then the path goes, keeps going along. So I'm thinking whoever was doing something was probably either there ducking down or probably just either got out of there real quick. But this,
man, I'm real, bro. Like it was too many women in there, too many regular people in there. I mean, bro, even if nephew said something like that, that's handwork, bro.
Yeah. Well, one of the woman who got online yesterday to say, yo, y'all stop saying Takeoff died over a dice game. She put on her story today. She said, I already talked to the cops. I told them everything I knew.
Oh, bro, first of all, whoever did it going to jail. There's too many people in there. Somebody gonna tell. And there's too many photos and videos up of people for them witnesses to look at it and say, yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Nah, shit. Man, a situation like that, like, you know what I mean? When I think as artists.
Takeoff was my favorite Migo. I told you that. That was my favorite. I love him all to death. But Takeoff was just so cool and laid back. You know, he was a lyricist. I loved his bars and shit. You know, he was the underdog, but he was the team player. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're right.
I always looked at Quavo as the quarterback. You know what I mean? I looked at Takeoff as he's the team player. When everybody going at it, he gonna go sit down over there in the corner till they figure out. And I always called Offset the Bobby Brown of the group, the bad boy of the group. Yeah, I tell you, I mean everything, but that's just their character person. You know what I mean?
Man, this shit is so crazy. Yo, you know what's so crazy too? And this is another thing I was saying about having that homie security. Every nigga act like they could shoot a gun and got aim, but the reason you want an off-duty cop as your real bodyguard or somebody really trained, man, going to the range don't equal when you at the range. Maybe you can hit a target, but not when bullets flying back at you. You're not still looking in the direction of the target.
Outside of Lil Wayne's security, which that's real security, them dudes don't give a fuck if you a Crip blood. They don't give a fuck about none of that, right? They trained to go and look like a lot of them ex-military, some crazy shit, right? Outside of Lil Wayne's security, it's a dude in Miami named PK.
Yeah.
He got one hell of a security team, right? And these dudes move right, you know what I'm saying? Formation, they paying attention, they moving the artists around because they see shit the artists may not see, and they ain't giving a fuck about the artists getting mad, and they ain't giving a fuck about getting fired. You gonna fire me after they didn't got you back home safe. They cool with that, right? Because when you lose somebody on your watch, that's a strike against whatever you supposed to represent. You security, right?
Yeah. Yo, by the way, they're about to blame like, the Prince family just for, again, I see Sauce Walker put it up there like, nah, y'all niggas should have came to Houston with me. So, it's going to be some division among it.
You seen what he said?
What?
Josh Prince responded because he's like, man, I wish you'd have been with me. This would have happened. Josh Prince responded and said, it's up on Sauce Walker page. What you mean by that? And Sauce responded and said, I already said what I mean by that, nigga. I already said it.
Yeah, nah. That's hey, I knew that. Like again, even when I was looking at the footage and shit, right? I knew it was possibility of a sloppy night happening when you have an artist and Jazz Prince, who's the son of Jay Prince, the nigga who helped found Drake. If they got to ride in a car, he's riding next to Quavo, and they got a gun right there on the seat. There's one nigga in the back who they say it was somebody's birthday somewhere around. So everybody's like a little bit, everybody's off, everybody's not on point. You never know what could happen. You know what I mean? Like you could never assume that an artist or a person of any type of worth is going to be able to have to defend themselves in situations like that. Not when they got to be personable.
I bullshit you not. And I think they went down there, bro, with the assumption that they was going to be with them, shit was going to be right because QC moved one way and one way on it. I had a Super Bowl weekend. I booked, I insisted on booking Lil Baby for a party at a club over here in North Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Told the club people, when Lil Baby get here, I was parking right, make sure you can put in the parking lot where it's secure. They didn't listen to me. They let the street get jam-packed. They're begging me, Wack, please, we'll send our security to walk him down the street. I said, bro, he's 4 blocks away. He's not getting out that motherfucking car to walk down the street.
Yo, what
crazy
the fuck?
Motherfucker. They said, Wack, can you talk to him? Absolutely fucking not. I love this man like a son. I'm not finna go down there and try to convince him to walk down this fucking block. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, so you know what they did? They simply turned around and left, as they should. Kept the money. It wasn't on them. They couldn't get to a secure location. That's what it was. But you know, we can't get comfortable. You know, no,
Hey,
none of us can. We
yo, by
can't
the
get
way,
comfortable.
I've seen them, yo, back in like was it 18? I seen Migos, they pulled up to an event. And granted, it was mostly like it was one of them complex events, mostly white kids there and shit like that. They had 20 security guards, man. I remember saying, I'm like, damn, they got about 7 security per Migo. Like when they go into actual events, they're not with that like low budget, not being on point shit.
Right,
It's
man.
it's being comfortable with clearly saying, yo, these the homies in Houston. When we link with them, everything's straight.
No man can control every wolf. There's always renegades that don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. Really, they want to try you because they want to take the credibility from you and transfer it to themselves.
Mm.
That's the streets.
Wow. Nah,
You
that's
don't act with us. The shit we on, what we doing, we just want to get into our motherfucking business, shake our hand, sign a fucking contract, let us know when the wire come and get back to where we're going from. Cool. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to take nothing from Act. Act ain't looking to take nothing from Wack. Whatever we can come together and do, utilize each other's resources, we do it, we keep it fucking moving. In
hey,
hopes that we both continue to grow stronger in the game, because knowing we have a relationship, that I look over there and you be like, yo, Wack just got boom, boom spot. That just let Act know, okay, one of my business partners, a nigga I fuck with, is in a better position in case I need it. And then vice versa.
hey.
Talk
By the
about
way,
it.
I,
Goes dog eat dog, bro.
hey, and I know you stand by this principle too. It's a situation where I always say this, even when I invite people to like, yo, hey, yo, come do an interview with me, come by my headquarters, or say you tell me like, yo, Act, pull up on me to my situation. Like, I know I bear the weight of saying nothing could happen to the person I'm inviting because it's on my watch. Like,
Knock on
I,
the
I
end of my spot, bro, but nothing but security and love. That's it. But
facts,
you ain't felt nothing.
facts.
Between
Shit,
that
I ain't gonna lie.
where we was at was a bunch of soldiers that wasn't gonna say nothing to Act. They was gonna head nod.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Wack,
That bitch got
the
in there.
the play, yo. So everybody, yo, this nigga Wack tells me to pull up for his, like, you know what I mean. He debut on his podcast. I'm like, all right, I pull up. I gotta support Wack. You know, Wack's a friend of the culture, and a friend of me, right? Man, I pull up to that spot. I seen every gang you ever read about in the textbook, and the thing is, I
Bloods, Mexican,
nigga, everybody got their colors on like heavy. I'm like, oh hell no.
blue, it didn't matter.
And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. It was the friendliest time. There was no even hint of aggression or no hint of anything going left or anybody about it like set something off. And that's I ain't gonna lie, I gain a lot of respect for you with that, Wacky. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you could control all those different entities, or if they have enough respect for you to be there peacefully, to know that if they're there, they're on under your watch, and out of respect for you, they even if they had some issues, they gotta hold that.
Yeah, they gotta hold that, bro. That's how it's supposed to be. And that's it should have been that night. I mean, that's shouldn't even been involved in no back and forth conversation. I wouldn't give a fuck if the Migos wanted to have a back and forth. The other side should have ignored that and out of respect of what they was under. Didn't even hear it. Hey, you know what? It's all love, homie. You got that. Not because they scared of the Migos, out of respect of what they up under. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Like everybody tells me, yo, when you go to Houston, when you check in and you touch base with the Prince family, like they take you around, they show you a good time, but they also make sure you're straight. And to their credit, I'm gonna be honest. I've never heard of a situation where someone put their safety in their hand and it was mismanaged. So this is why I really think this is a unique situation, but I really think this is it's probably one or two motherfuckers.
Lost a great This ain't no fucking body's little cousin or no fucking, bro. Hip hop took a L, bro. That young man was probably 50% of what he was gonna end up being in life. That young man was great. You know what I mean? And you seen even in his Drink Champ interview, he was letting people know I'm gonna come out this laid back shell and I'm gonna get mine. You know what I mean? So
Yo, it's so crazy. He was kind of popping. Like he was like, yo, he was fine. Like I'm tired of being humble. Yo, you know what niggas mentioned? They said it was the same, and I remember 2 instances now. And this is why I never been invited to them dice game, but I'm glad I don't go because it's like I don't know if I trust them dice games. Duke the Jeweler, that nigga I think he was from Chicago. He got killed in some dice game like that.
Yeah, got killed. Yeah, not too long, about a month ago, right?
Yeah. So like. So I really don't know. And by the way, I think that was it was kind of like the same type of situation. I don't know, man. That shit look a little spooky to me. I don't know.
I tell everybody in dice games, especially, shoot with the people you got a relationship with. It'd be a lot of shit talking. Some of it just be, that's just what the nature of that is. But man, shoot with the people you got a fucking relationship with. A lot of times you be shooting with the dude then you may lick him, then the next dude be like, yo, I want to get in. But you can't communicate and talk to him the same way you was talking to the other dude you got a relationship with. Even if he hits you and you ain't got it, you got a relationship with your man. Half the time you're going to be like, but look, nigga, take 5,000, nigga, and give me what you owe me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I advise everybody, bro, in these dice games, when you going out, you shooting with your people keep it that way, restrict it. Don't even get down there with a stranger. Let him shoot with somebody else.
Hey,
y'all don't have a rapport or understanding.
Hey, you know what somebody told me? There was like, man, some of them dice game. This is a few rappers told me this. 2 of them actually yesterday. They said, man, they say yeah, I did one of them dice games before until I realized what the jug is like. He's like, yo, sometimes them niggas they be teaming up and betting and whoever you playing with or whatever. And them niggas gonna bust down the money down after later. They just did to get you. So sometimes you don't realize, nigga, they there to just hit your pockets. You think
it's a hustle. Bro, everything about that is a hustle. What you mean? It's a hustle in Vegas. It's a hustle, bro. I tell people this all the time. Look at these casinos and shit, even when you go to the so-called professional clean spots. You think these places could exist if they lost? If they wasn't doing most of the winning? Look at this fucking place. It comes from your earnings, what you lose. So, yeah, it's a hustle. You had 2-3 motherfuckers on the side betting against you. This motherfucker doing this and this and that. This motherfucker trying to distract you. He playing with trick dice, sliding the dice.
Yep.
All kind of shit. Yeah, I don't do none of that. But Takeoff didn't shoot dice anyway.
Yeah, but everything started off, I could tell Quavo a little tight because of how the game went. He a little tight. You know what I mean? He talking shit going back and forth. You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, they dice shooters, bro. They know what come with that. Are you a little upset, mad if you get hit 5, 10, 15, 20,000? Yeah, but he know what comes with that. It wasn't nothing that was going to hurt him. And, he knows the shit talking going to happen. But I believe that whoever that individual was, it wasn't the person he started shooting with. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to rapport with that. It's just like if you and 6ix9ine shooting dice, right?
Yeah.
And 6ix9ine hit you. And 6ix9ine talking shit. Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, act all that shit. You're not gonna take that the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know this is crazy, nigga, right? And then 6ix9ine might look at us and say, nigga, you broke? Nigga, you just took 20 from me. Here go 5, nigga. Send me my shit back this week, act. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then if you down there with a total different motherfucker, 6ix9ine down there with a total different motherfucker, and he hitting them talking that shit. Yeah. He lied to say, oh, fuck you. That's why you this. That's why you that. Then it goes somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't shoot if it's people that's not already in your circle of comfort zone. Don't shoot with them, bro. Because it can go somewhere.
Man, I think that argument also got sparked up because, remember, it's somebody's birthday, but they were bowling downstairs before, too. Niggas is drinking, and you got bitches around. You know, when women around, you can't just, remember, Quavo already lost in dice. Now a nigga that he probably don't know that well is popping shit at him, if it's a nigga you're right. You gonna laugh it off type shit. It's whatever. Nigga you don't know, you got women all around looking like, oh shit, that nigga. Because even one of the girls who first sent out the message describing what happened, they was like, oh, Quavo was getting pressed. So you know how that type of situation is. If you are having an argument with a man and a bunch of women around, you might go a little extra further with it just because you like, man, these women ain't about to see me not look like the nigga here.
I get that. This is why, bro, like, we gotta be a little more thoughtful in our movement, man, what we doing, all of us, bro. If I tightened up my program the last probably 90 days, like, move totally different.
Hey.
I didn't cut all that, you know what I mean? I go where I gotta go, be where I gotta be. All the extra shit that I used to just go, because a lot of spots I used to go to because I felt like I had to be there because of industry shit. But really, if I'm not needed there, I don't need to be seen any motherfucking way.
Hey, not for nothing, because I heard somebody also say this. They said, man, I ain't gonna lie. One thing we haven't seen about Wack, we haven't seen none of his artists in some of these situations, you know what I mean, that could result in them losing their life. Or we ain't see Wack ever caught slipping like that. And I ain't gonna lie, man, there was mad people, when they were trying to make it seem like you was going against certain people, or he going against a whole faction over here. They were like, man, you remember niggas was saying, yo, you gotta count your days, Wack. And I'm like,
what I told you? I said, bro, I've been doing this shit a long time, nephew.
Yeah.
Very long time. I don't feed into the propaganda. I feed into the reality of what it is. And the reality of what it is, right, I understand what's what, who's who. See, perception is a motherfucker. And if you broke down, right, the history of me and myself, motherfuckers on my side, and some of the people on the other side, you'll be like, damn, they talk shit, but it ain't no where it come from. A lot of motherfuckers is riding off the coattail of another motherfucker. Everything with me, include me, we riding off the coattail of what our motherfucking past experiences are. And we bring them all together and we survive. They working off the shot caller effect, which if you chop the head off, the body gonna fall. I'm working off the teacher and student effect, where a lot of the students have become their own teachers. Everything around me is decorated. Everything around me, you can go run it and see where it came from and where it been. Now, go run that on that side and see what it do. It's a lot of sheltered children. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah, yo. I remember one time, I don't know if you were moving with the Migos or whatever, but like I could tell when they came to LA, you were definitely like, what people don't realize, I think we told the story publicly before. After the whole Migos, Complex Joe Budden shit happened at the BET Awards, I landed at Newark International Airport, and the first call I think I seen messages was from Wack. He said, yo, nephew, I gotta holler at you. And I get on and I'm waiting. Yeah, I'm waiting for my bags. And I call Wack, and he's like, yo, listen, it's a situation. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I realized how tapped in you were with them, and just even how, like, without saying too much, like, just certain other shit play in the background and certain other situations could play out. And I said, oh, all right. I'm like, damn, whack that nigga then. You know what I mean? So it looked like when...
A lot of these people, bro, before they was what they was, bro, I was respecting them and getting to know them. And I never changed, so therefore they never changed on me. I remember them dudes used to get in my Rolls Royce, bro, to take me to Taco Bell. Niggas was the Taco Bell bandits. They didn't give a fuck about a crustaceans, a roof Chris, Maestro. What y'all want? Taco Bell. Taste the Taco Bell. You know what I'm saying? Go pull up Ray J featured Migos, a song called ATM. You'll see these niggas still young as a motherfucker. I got a lot of history with them. And P, my brother. I love P like a brother. So, and I got a lot of long history with Coach K. Love is there. So it's like, I feel what they feel, at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So it's always been that. I remember, I bullshit you not, Offset at one of his birthday galas out here. And this before Lil Baby, really. It's probably about 2017, maybe late 16, 17. and little baby walking around like nothing. Nobody know who he is. And when we in the VIP, I said, you pay attention and you listen to Pete and do what they say you can do. I said, a year from now, you ain't gonna be able to walk around like this no more. And there went he blew. Right? So, little baby remember that shit. When he see me, he see the Wack used to just sit and chop it with him before he became that. Him being who he is today, everybody want to talk to him. The value is in people that fuck with you before you had it.
Shit. Man. Hey, Wack, the only thing I'm going to tell you, man, hey, listen. Yo, because and I'm coming from somebody who the internet was trying to run with the narrative the opposite way. This shit is very detrimental to us black men. Please help that nigga Blueface, man. Because I'm telling you, like them blogs is gonna try to have that nigga like he's a new, like Ike Turner out here, man. And
now you know me, right?
This under your watch.
And you know that there's no way I'm turning my back or a blind eye or a deaf ear on that young man. Outside of him being my artist, I love that young man like a son, right? We grew together. But it comes a point as a man where you got to give him what you can give him, and then you got to let him navigate himself, but stay close enough to him that if he falls, at least you can catch him before he hit the ground. Because if I apply too much pressure then it could wedge something between me and him. You know what I'm saying?
Now I get. How do you insulate though? So you're right. Like as a man, he got to make certain decisions. But how do you insulate that? How do you insulate that to make sure you apply a cushion that if he does trip up a bit and is falling, he don't fall flat on his face?
It's crazy you said that, right? I wish I could send it to you, but I'm gonna read you this, and this came from Game just a fucking few hours ago.
Yeah.
Me and Game was discussing fucking regular business, what's going on, tour shit, so on and so forth, right? And out of nowhere, right, Game says, you need to talk to Blueface. They are bad for each other. They need to get away from each other. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to go to jail. This is a bad situation. You need to get on top of that. Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We talking about fucking tours.
Yeah.
Fucking business going up. This shit because David took a break, what I'm saying, for a couple weeks and shut down. Right?
Yeah.
And he said it might be her killing him. It might be him killing her. I don't know. But they're not good together. He should love her from a distance.
Yeah.
Right? And I told him, what have I always done with you? He said, you've been on it like that? I said, definitely. He not listening? I said, he only hears so much. He said, bro. But, I can, act. You know it, bro, because you like that too. A motherfucker apply too much pressure, it'll go to a point where I can't get to him.
Yeah, you almost shut down type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can talk to him and driving in him, and he's starting to hear me a little bit because things I was telling him is happening. And, we done lost a lot of money. I can't front. We done lost a lot of fucking money.
Hey, Wack. I said this on my stream, and you in the music business, so you know too, and you manage a nigga. I was telling people, I said, listen, this seems like a bad deal, and I'm going to blame Wack for this. I'm going to tell you why I'm going to blame Wack. Because you know who's interested in this relationship is that Shade Room audience. They even love the toxicity of it until it goes too far. You know what that's going to come with? It's going to come with some reality shows, this and third. But I say, let me tell you this. I don't care what nobody on these reality shows say. They ain't making more money than one hit record, my nigga. That's cap. And that's the main business. If you get a one hit record, you make more than you could make on these shows.
Now watch this. This was my exact words to nephew. I said, nephew, what you're doing to help her career is diminishing and demolishing your career.
I agree.
Right? They're not, because like I know when it comes to doing business, certain things ain't gonna tie themselves to certain things. We've seen this shit with Chris Brown,
Yeah.
and other people, and I tell him, and I used to be every day, 3 times a day. Now, once every other day, I call, check with him, have a conversation. Quite naturally, when things happen, he'll shut down on me for a couple days because he's probably hearing my voice because I just told him, But all I can do, man, is stay in the box, good or bad.
Hey, Wack, be honest with me. Be honest with me though.
Right.
Is it a money situation though? Because I started to even question. I'm like, maybe Wack not creating enough opportunities for him to get money that he's looking at this.
That situation has killed 2-3 million in the last 75, 80 days. I can show you the contract.
That's what I would be thinking. But when I still see it going on, like,
bro, because that's it. Come on, you know what that is? That's a 300 capacity club hosting, bro. What is that? Come on.
No, of course I know. Yo, but that's what I was thinking. I'm like, maybe Wack ain't bringing the money to the table, so he's putting him in the position where he might be thinking he got nothing to lose.
Nah, bullshit. Because I know what I didn't wire. I know what's been on the wire, and I know what we have lost because of that. And I know what that generates, whatever it is that they doing. Bullshit.
So I'm guessing it's just love type shit then. Because you know what I realized? Yo, when I remember the shit where her dad got in a fight with him, right? Yep. That shit was they were shooting for a reality show. When I look back at it, like they were shooting for a reality show.
She has gotten a show from the crazy shit that that the blogs, but again, I've lost. Remember, I had a fight in London, right? That came with a big endorsement.
Yeah.
I lost that. I'm gonna show you the fucking cancellation, bro. 5 hours. They got into a fight or some shit at night. When I woke up in the morning, the cancellation was on my email. Then I had to fight with Nick Young out here in LA.
Yeah.
And other shit happened in Arizona where she actually hit him. I can show you the cancellation. The motherfucking boxing people association. Because of that, what kind of that they bagged. I'm like, yo, he was hit. He's the fucking victim. But they pulled up all the rest of the shit. They like, we don't want to look up in the day of or the day before a dude that's been training and this happened. They pulled back from that. You know what I'm saying? So I got another situation I'm trying to hold on to. But ultimately, like I said, I'm setting them up, but, what could I do, bro? I don't police him. I'm not handcuffed to him.
Yo, Wack, listen, man, and I know you could make things happen. Like, you've been involved in a lot of these conversations for a lot of these big moves that's happened. Man, please do whatever you gotta do. Whether finesse it with a producer or a feature, get that man a hit that he could be busy enough that he's not. This sounds like a nigga with too much free time. Right? Like, if you
check it out, bro, check it out. It's gotten to a point to where there's more interest in what's going on with that in his own situation.
Yeah, that's why you gotta shake it up.
Both know a hit can't come if you ain't in there cooking. You gotta cook. The meal ain't gonna come, bro, if you ain't in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So all I can do, is maintain the studio and call him every day, motivate him, talk to him, tell him I love him, tell him I care about him, try to talk some sense into him, and hope for the best. That's all I can do, bro.
Man, oh man, yo.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. As I said, I'm gonna be critical of you on this because, I know he got his own free will. But I know Wack's always been a protector and a provider for these artists. And when, I think the whole culture is kind of calling it out, like, Yeah, we don't get it. You know what I mean? We just can't get it from any sense.
Hey, bro, like I said, you know me, I'm about my business, and I'm very protective of my artists, bro. You know, goddamn well, I'm just not gonna sit around and just not do nothing. So I'm doing all I can, and I'm gonna continue to do more. You know, because he's worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stay in the box, and all it takes for that light to come on. And, you know, he's a very talented young man. You done talked to him several times. You know, once that light come on, he want to get back on that horse. He gonna ride for sure. In the meantime, between time, I just gotta stay close enough to him where I can try to protect him in the event that he's not protecting himself and shit, and just hope and pray, man. You know, he snaps out of it.
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
Oh
Hey,
man.
call me when you get off. What you call it? I need Lil Man to give me a call as well.
I bet. I bet. I hit you. All right, cool. That was a Wack 100 segment. Come on, man. Chat, we in this bitch. Oh shit, we finally hit 100. Wack 100, get on the phone. We hit 100 subs for this stream on Twitch. Make sure you're free to chat. We can free to chat now. Oh shit! Wow, somebody donated $50 on YouTube. Somebody says young people get into technology. It pays incredible, and you don't have to do 4 to 5 years of studying, and you can live a global life. States ain't the only place popping. Trust me, and entertainment ain't a thing we can do. Ha! Thank you for that donation, man. People, we're stuck in a place between trying to rationalize death. It's hard, man. Like when somebody dies, there's a bunch of finger pointing. Some people probably could say, nah, this was just a mistake. Nah, it was just a little bit ego going too far. Somebody, you could point blame at everybody. I seen, at first it was trying to point some blame at Quavo. Like, yo, well, Quavo like should have never had an attitude and whatever. It's like, if you ever remembered a night, and for those people who, you know, like say you go to the club and maybe, I don't know, say you got locked up or say you got DUI or say you got in a fight or some crazy unfortunate thing happened. Hopefully nothing like somebody lost their life, but you end up realizing that every little piece of the night was needed for that thing to happen. It was almost like it was already written in stone. Why Quavo standing where he's standing? Why the other niggas standing where they standing? Why Takeoff standing where he's standing? Why the first guy who's a shooter stand? It was already written in stone. So as much as we try to understand it, it was almost already preordained. Because if you change any variable, that doesn't happen. If Quavo won a lot of money, it probably don't happen like that. If he won instead of lost, don't happen like that. If Quavo showed up an hour late, don't happen like that. If No Cap, who by the way, No Cap put up a statement and said, yo, I was supposed to go, but something told me don't go. If No Cap shows up, maybe don't happen like that. I'm saying maybe, I don't know. There's many different scenarios that could have prevented this, but this is where sometimes, you know, your faith is questioned when you see these things happen to kind of almost think, is everything already just written? Which means it's going to happen how it's going to happen. That's a spiritual question. Of whether, you know, free will actually is free will. Like, you know, there's always that thought where it's like, yo, if you believe that God controls everything that happens in the future, do you believe that your free will of acting in the present is actually free will if it's only going to work to the plan that he already had? You get what I mean? That's a very spiritual question. Somebody said the butterfly effect. Yeah. Somebody says Sauce Walker is going back and forth. Is he? Oh, what's Sauce Walker's page? Here we go. Is he? I don't think he's going back and forth. Yo, tell me if y'all thought this was crazy, right? NLE Chopper. Wait, let me find his page. NLE Chopper, right? NLE Chopper sent out a post yesterday. He's like,